What's happening, everyone? Hope we are well. Welcome to FFTV and another watch along. I think this one is going to be a proper game. Welcome, everyone. Just watching the highlights from earlier. I seen the Belgium and Italy game, which was not bad. I'll tell you what, the standard of these four teams compared to anyone else in world football, for me, is miles ahead. But I hope everyone has had a great weekend. I, for myself, has completely just had a weekend where I just felt I'm just going to be present, gone for a couple of walks with my little one, spent time with my wife, spoke to my children, did some reading, etc. Tried to stay away from social media as much as I can. I think I only tweeted a couple of times. So the weekend for me was a very good one. No radio, nothing like that. So I really focused in on being present. So hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Looking forward to a Monday. Remember, Monday is probably the most important day. Make sure you are ready and hitting the week hard. However, what have we got on our hands tonight? I think we've got a great game. I hope it doesn't disappoint, because the two semi-finals were probably the highest quality of football that I have seen in a very long time. And I mean, those games were better than the Euros, etc. The quality was very high in the semi-final yesterday, the two semi-finals, and then obviously even the third place game today is not a lot, and it's a little bit too much football, as Courtois was saying. However, unbelievable when it comes to see what's on the show. And I actually thought in the first semi-final, I tweeted it, the football is not complicated at all. It's very easy. Belgium pressed in the first half, they won that half. France pressed in the second half, they won that half, and they got an extra goal and they won. If you press, you win games. Let me just see if I can obviously get the teams up for you then. You've probably seen the teams already. I think Gavi is starting again. Interested to see how he does. So let's just tell you what. We'll share this bad boy with you. Hope everyone is well. Make sure you say hello in the chat. Everyone is here. Let me know who's here. Let's share that one. Let's tell you what. We'll zoom in as well. Let's just zoom in on that one for you. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. So Spain are going to go with Simon in goal, Azpilicueta, Laporte, Garcia. No Pau Torres then. That's interesting. Must be injured. Alonso, Gavi again, Busquets, Rodri, Ferran Torres, Sarabia, and we struggled with this name, but Salman's wife, who is Spanish, it was Oyarzábal. That was the name. That's how we pronounced it. Okay, that's how I pronounced it. And then the Italian starting 11. The French starting 11 is Lloris, Koundé, Varane, Kimpembe, Pavard, Pogba, Tchouaméni, Hernandez, Griezmann, Benzema, and Mbappe. So, I mean, the French team on paper again looks very strong. They high press, and I think that's how they beat Spain, by high pressing. If they stay off this Spanish team, it's all over. Spain will bop them. If they hold off this Spanish team, Spain will bop them. Absolutely bop them. So they've got a high press, because you've seen what Belgium did to France. If they stood off them, they just stood off them, and Belgium just did what they want. And second half, they realized they couldn't stand off. Second half, they realized that they couldn't stand off and they had to go for it. In second half against Belgium, France were a completely different team. So they've got to do that today. They've really got to press this Spanish team. Pau Torres must be injured. And I know Pedro's not really been involved at all. So, not Pedro. What's the young boy's name, who I always rave about? He's obviously not been involved at all, so that's why they've got the young boy Gavi in. But I mean, who was I talking to the other day? I was on about the Barcelona, and the Barcelona or Spanish have got some good young players coming through. You know, they've gone through that transitional period where they were dominating for so long, and then they had a gap. Now it looks like they're producing a nice little conveyor belt, should I say, of players. I mean, with Pedri, yeah, that's him with Pedri. I said Pedro. He must be injured because he was fantastic. He was fantastic. I think Spain tonight is the pace. When France play on the front foot, it's the pace of Mbappe. He was enjoying himself. He looked like he had a smile on his face, by the way, for France the other day, because he's gone for a little bit of a bad time. So Gunnar Vettel's coming. He's looking forward to this. I think this is a good one. Wildest settings. What a fight. I set my alarm to get up and watch the fight. And I've got one of those memory foam mattresses. Probably any of you lot got a memory foam mattress. It is hard to get up. And I set the alarm and I thought, you know what? It's going to be one of those fights. Set my alarm. I thought, you know what? It's probably going to be a dead fight. Tyson's going to win. Wilder, we know about Wilder. He's going to give it his best, but he's not Tyson's level. And then when I woke up, I thought, oh, so I'll just put it back off. Then when I woke up and seen the fight, like he got knocked down a couple of times, but off the highlights for me, it looked like Wilder was gone after the fourth round. Really looked like he was on the rope, struggling. And Tyson, listen, as much as some people love him, some people, listen, I find him very, very funny. I'm not particularly a massive fan of him, of the way that he goes about things, but I think he's funny. And you can't say anything about him, mate. He is just dealing with people for fun. And to be honest, I don't think anyone's going to beat him. I think he's too tall. I think his style is very, very hard to break down. Even Usyk is going to be so much smaller than him. I don't think he's going to be able to break him down. And Joshua, I don't think they're going to. The only thing is, I would say Wilder's not a clever boxer. He's a fighter. He's a scrapper. He's got through his career by one bombing people. He's not going to be able to do that to Tyson. Now, Tyson is saying, obviously, Wilder was saying that he's got no respect for Tyson at the end of the fight. I don't know why. If you don't get on with someone, that's fair enough. If you don't like the way that they act or you don't like the way that whatever they do, that's fine. But you've got to respect them when you've had a boxing match with them, because you're both doing the same sport. Like, what? Unless he doesn't agree with something he's done out of the ring, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he's gave a reason why he doesn't respect him. For example, if I was on a football pitch with certain footballers and they went to shake my hand, I wouldn't shake their hand because of the things that they've done off the pitch. But I wouldn't just turn around and say, I don't respect them for no reason. So I don't know what's going on there, but boxing is a completely different sport, isn't it? Completely different sport. Apparently Munzi was saying now, is someone questioning Tyson's gloves or something? I don't know. Anyway, Chris has put, want the Spanish to win. The French are being the French at the moment, throwing their toys out the pram, overfishing, threatening to cut power to the Channel Islands, their children, as always. Yeah, the French do spit their dummy out quite a bit, don't they? So the team's going to go from 4-4-2. Eric Garcia is coming for Pau Torres. Then you've got Alonso. And then you're going to have Sergio, Gavi. And who else did they have in midfield? Just rewind that for you and then I'll update it. Sergio got Rodrigo, Ayadabal, as someone was said, Sarabia, and obviously Ferran Torres. I think Ferran Torres will probably go down the middle, to be honest. He will probably go down the middle. And then as for France, near enough the same team, I believe. I think it's the same team. Obviously, you're going to have Lloris in goal. Yeah, Kimpembe is coming. I don't know if he came in last game. Which is interesting. Kimpembe, Varane, and then Koundé. Then you've got Pavard, Pogba, Tchouaméni. He's in. Hernandez, Griezmann, Mbappe, and Benzema. So Tchouaméni, I think you pronounce his name. He came on. He came on the other day. Looked quite well. Is this Tyson related to Mike Tyson? I don't think he is he? His name after Mike Tyson. I don't think his name. He's named after him. I know that. I think Mike Tyson was I'm surprised you're not watching NFL, mate. Now, I watched, obviously, Jets earlier. I was going to go to that, but I just didn't manage to get time to go in the end. I know Miami Dolphins are at Tottenham next week, so I'm not sure. Not sure whether we'll be able to nick some tickets to get on for that. So, no, I'm not watching the other ones. I was watching the highlights earlier. I know there's a few games on now. To be fair, I was in it for years, and then for years I wasn't into it, and I'm just recently started getting back into it. So, yeah, Yeah, I like the NFL. I don't watch it a lot. I'm not deep into it. I used to be fanatical about it as a kid. But that was many, many moons ago. Many moons ago. I think it was on Channel 4 all those years ago. I'm talking many, many moons ago. So I don't really go into much. I don't follow a lot of players, things like that. But I do watch it. When we go to the States, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I go to NFL, and then I'm going to make sure I go to an NBA game, hopefully next year, if the COVID thing allows us to travel properly. Just got to save the pennies up. Save the pennies up. Right, we're underway, people. We are underway. I'm looking forward to this. I am looking forward to this. I think it was Hernandez. Hernandez scored the last goal the other day to drive it in. Interesting. Two completely different teams playing. Completely different teams. One moved the ball around, great on the eye. A lot of the time, you can't even get the ball off them. So good. Another team, high press, aggressive, have a player, 2-3 players who can just change the game on its head just by doing a world-class thing. But the Spanish have got some serious technicians, some serious technicians on this football field. I mean, Spain, I love them. I love them. Obviously, it used to be Brazil, but then Spain became my favorite footballing team. Love watching them play. Absolutely fantastic way. Their philosophy is just beautiful to watch. Beautiful. Love the way the Spanish play. And France, they've got some powerhouses in their team. Mbappe is good. If Mbappe is up for this, because the other day he was up for it. He was making runs off the back four. And with Spain, look, you've got Benzema. They're going to play a 2 up top, which is, you don't really see that starting to come back into football, which I love. 2 up top. Oh, I love that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't understand what's wrong with that. Gavi's just gone flying in. I'm not sure. Not sure. Is that attack? I don't think that's a foul. Let's have a look. I don't think that's a foul, mate. I mean, modern day football, people say slow down that, but what does he want him to do? Maybe is slightly late. Maybe. Yeah, so this is going to be a great tempo. I mean, the 2 other semi-finals, by the way, the pace of the game was absolutely unreal. The pace of the game was unreal. And I hope this is the same. Belgium, to be fair to them, they just didn't know how to manage the game. They just did not know how to manage that game. France up the tempo, went on the front foot, and Belgium really didn't know how to kind of see the game out, which was poor from them. Poor. Mbappe to Newcastle now. I don't think they'll get certain players like that. They're going to have to go for the players who I don't know who they could go for. What type of player? They're not going to be able to just go for one. So they're not just going to be able to just go for, an Mbappe, a Pogba, and a Coutinho in one window, to say, for example. They're not going to do that. That's not good to get success. They're going to have to go for a type of player who is maybe not a world star yet. I think they'll try and go for that, but I don't think they should go for a world star. People have mentioned like Coutinho and certain people like that. I think that might work. Get a couple of young youth players in and around that who are not really established, but how's your scouting system? Go and get the next kid who's flying like Mbappe was at 17, 18 and go and throw massive money at them. Do that to 5, 18-year-olds and then get 4 or 5 already established pros in. All of a sudden, within 3 years, everything's flying. Yeah, I think Fury is the best. I don't think many people could argue with that. Whether you like him or whether you don't, I don't think many people can argue with that. Arteta to Arsenal Arteta to Newcastle would be great. I lost 25 quid, but Wild gave it a shot. Oh, did you? Yeah, I suppose that was the underdog bet, weren't it, really? The 25 quid on Wilder was probably the underdog one. I'm not sure what the odds were. Freddie Green to be Newcastle manager. I've heard they want Martial. Yeah, I think they should go for Martial. I think that's the type of player that they kind of going to have to go for at first. I remember City, they went out and got a company. No one really knew about them. They had a Julian Lescott. They had a Gareth Barry. They had these types of players. Bellamy was kind of still around then. I think that they should go for like a Martial, a Basuma. Martial, a Basuma. 2 good centre backs, and then your spine's done, and then start to add the flair around it. That's what I would do. Basuma, Martial, and then I'd have a look at 2 decent centre-offs and go from there. At the end of the day, all you got to do is sell the project, sell the dream to a good up-and-coming young centre-off, and it works. Busquets, how good's Busquets, by the way? Just moves the ball so well. So well. Got no pace, got no strength, don't score goals, yet plays in it. Has been an absolute legend for Spain. Runs the game. Yeah, Bruce is definitely going to be. Yeah, get him out. He's got to Griezmann. Here we go. A little bit of tempo. France will bomb forward. Pogba with the ball. Looks like a different player. Offside. Looks like he's offside to me. Benzema rounds the keeper. Back to he's not offside. Wow, I thought it was miles offside. Got to look at that one again. Benzema looks miles offside. Let's have a look. He's miles offside. What's that? Well, it would have gone back to VAR, but I don't know what. Don't know what the linesman's doing there. Don't know what the linesman's doing. Interesting. Yes, sack. You got to sack Bruce. Come on, people. It's all right. Give him his 1000th game, and then think about, right, who do you want to bring in for? There you go. Corner. France straight into the keeper's hands. Well, he's punched it, to be fair. Go on, Gavi. Go on, Gavi. Feeling this little kid. How good would Foden's definitely Spanish, isn't he? Foden's a Spanish player. I know he's only playing Mickey Mouse team yesterday, but Foden's a Spanish player. Imagine how good Foden would be in this Spanish team. He'd be frightening. Absolutely frightening. But yeah, going back to Bruce, you got to get rid of him. Listen, mate, it's time for his time's done. He's from there. He understands it. At the end of the day, he knows his lane. He knows what, he knows. We all know that. Pogba, he does a little bit. Good strength from Pogba in the end. Alonso manages to get clear, but France know that they've got to press these very high. France just caught out of position. Koundé, great strength from Koundé. But Chelsea are disappointed they didn't go for him. Didn't get him. Very, very good player. Very, very good player. Solid, quick, good on the ball, strong. Varane manages to squeeze it out to Griezmann. Kimpembe driving forward. They've got to do this against Spain. If they allow them, Hernandez. Benzema looks like he's going to try and play a 1-2. No, it goes back to Pogba. Pogba looks like it. Oh, great play to Mbappe. Across the 6-yard box. Oof. Every time Pogba gets the ball, this is why I can understand that Man United players need Pogba playing higher up the pitch. Pogba thinks he's one of those who can go deep and run the game. He's not. He's not effective enough. Where he's effective is as high up the pitch as possible, so he can break those little lines like he just has to Mbappe. Mbappe goes to Griezmann. Griezmann puts it out wide, and then they cross it in and then defend it in the end. France have been on top so far. Only 8 minutes on the clock. How dare Fury steal your super chat money? I know. Can you imagine? Oof, keepers all over the shop there. Keepers all over the shop. Viva España. That's what we know. Big up, Lionel. Hope you are well. I hope you've had a great weekend. Always is saying, obviously, still talking about the Wilder fight. He's saying Wilder showed a lack of class post-fight. He don't have class. Listen, not many boxers do have class. That's for sure. They have to put on this bravado attitude thing. They just need to hold it down. But they don't. It's adrenaline. It's like they lose all their adrenaline before they get in. Just got to keep it classy. Listen, there's not many boxers that I've come across, in my opinion, who keep it classy. That's for sure. Okay. Have I missed any chats? Let me just have a quick look. Go back. I think we're all right, people. I think we all right. But aways, who was the East European players that Man City brought before they became oil rich? Remember King Clancy? Yeah, I think their first one of I think them Robinho was their major one, like the thing here. But they brought company. I'm sure they brought Gareth Barry in as well. They decided to get on the English quota and make Gareth Barry one of their first English signings and put him on big money as well. I wasn't involved in that because I didn't start agency until after that. But the company who Mbappe spinning, the company who did that deal, that's who I worked for after. And then he ended up going. Where did Gareth Barry end up going in the end? Did he go Everton? I think he went Everton, didn't he? Sure he did. Yeah, he went Everton for a little bit because Mace still got on with him then. Then he went West Brom. Georgie King Clancy, magician. Absolute magician. Spain, as usual, just moving the ball around. But France have started well, to be fair. France have started well. France's tempo is a little bit, they're a little bit more athletic. As I say that, Spain have just, oof. I think it was onside as well. Great movement from Spain. They've just got in behind France. Was he Georgian? No, was he Georgian? I think he was Georgian. Yeah, I'm sure King Clancy was Georgian. He used to come to back then. Nottingham was popping, and when I first started, probably about 98 maybe, just started going out. And in Nottingham, there's a place called the Lace Market. It's where everyone came. Beckham came, all those lot came to this nightclub. I remember King Clancy pulling up outside in this Ferrari, and he was like, "Whoa!" Ravanelli was there then because I think he was. Did he go to Derby then? Maybe I think he did. Ravanelli came. It was crazy then. Good times when nights out were proper nights out. Pogba's got the ball decent now. Mbappe looks sharp. He looks sharp. It looks very sharp. By the way, did anybody see the Andorra game last night and the 41-year-old who looked about 60 came on and tried to chase Jadon Sancho? I could not believe it. I was cracking up. I could not. I'm thinking, what is he doing? What is he doing? Like, he probably weren't even the fastest at 25, and now he's 41. He's trying to chase Sancho, and then he got injured. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Curveglass is saying, hard to believe Mark Hughes managed Man City. Yeah, he did. I'm sure he was the manager that they brought in when they took over. Sure, he was the manager they brought in. Spain gave it away unchallenged. Gave it away to France. They've not really done much with it. Saw that, thought it could be you. No chance. Not me. I've still got some pace. He was like, it was like he was carrying a block of flats. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it in professional football. I've never seen that. I'll get a green mind up video tomorrow. It's just going to be a simple one tomorrow. Just about being in the present. That's what I was doing this weekend. So just going to do a little green mind video tomorrow, just about being in the present. Hope you look forward to that. Big up Simon. He's coming in the chat. Hope you are well, mate. Hope you've had a good weekend. How was your weekend? It was very, very good. I detached myself from nearly everything that I do and just spent time with my son, spoke with my daughters, my wife, and that. So it was present, very present, which was important. I didn't do the radio because it's international duty. I watched a little bit of football. Didn't look into any trading on the charts or anything like that. Did start reading an old book as well as a new book, but yeah, it was a very, very weekend to get in tune with myself again. That's what it was. I hope your weekend well. What did we all get up to this weekend, by the way? Fran, it's been 1 week since I started my Cert food diet. I've lost 1 stone already. Cert food diet. Elaborate. Is that? I'm not really heard of that. Leonard's put, did you see the masterclass from Foden? I know it was Andorra, but he was looking like a prime De Silva, David Silva, make breaking lines. I know he thinks it's the best young English star. I agree with you. Listen, he's unreal. I was just saying, he's playing Andorra. I could have looked great against Andorra last night. But if he was in this, imagine if he was in this Spanish team now. He'd play every game for Spain. Every game. He'd play every single game for Spain. Phil Foden. Yet we can't even manage to really get him in the England squad for the proper games. Just shows you the philosophy different. 15 minutes gone 0-0. Not as high tempo as I would have thought. It is a final, so you've got to remember. But there's going to be some very, very good passages of play in this game. Both teams, as you can imagine, very, very comfortable on the ball. Very, very comfortable on the ball. I would probably say France have probably shaded it so far. Probably shaded it. Yeah, I'm not sure what diet that is for a stone in a week. It's 3 juices and 1 meal a day. All right, like a juice diet. So are you what you're doing it? You're doing it to like have a complete detox to lose the weight, and then you're going to like steadily maintain it, but not that way. That's probably the best way that I would do it. The initial weight, like you say, it's going to be a shock to the body with detox, etc. But then what you should do is not doctor advice. Then get a meal plan that keeps the weight off, but obviously is not as drastic. But I imagine whatever that is, it does that. I remember doing a juice detoxing diet for 5 days once, and I felt unbelievable. But obviously it was only a short one. I think I can't remember what I lost, but I just felt so ripped, like it was crazy. But my energy levels were through the roof. But obviously you can't sustain that. Gavi's got the ball now. Puts it out to Ferran Torres. I would have gone for Ferran Torres down the middle because he looked more central in the last game. Oh, Gavi's just skipped past Kimpembe. Skipped past him. But he's managed to get him. That's not a free. Is that a free kick? No, it's not a free kick. I've got to say, the refereeing has been outstanding this season so far. But it looks like maybe he's been caught. Looks like maybe he's caught. Faddy saying, Craig, take care of yourself, bro. Good start. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. 3 juices and 1 meal a day. Yeah, decent. Decent. Was that a foul? Let's have a look in slow-mo, people. 17 on the clock. Has he caught him? My camera's just in the way. May have just clipped his heels. He may have clipped. Yeah, he looks like he's just clipped his heels. Accidentally. Accidentally. A steady weight loss is best health-wise. The body doesn't like fast abrupt changes. Obviously, 100% it's the best way to lose weight steadily. Like you say, these ones that shock your body, juice diets, all things like that, they're good to detox, but they also could, if you're not healthy, could cause health problems. I did a primary juice diet for 4 years. Incredible results, but it's very boring. Oh, yeah, I can imagine it's boring. I only do short ones. Sometimes I go for a stage of fasting. I've not done it for a while. I might actually do that soon. It's very hard in the winter as well. I need to get back training properly, to be fair. Who's that, Gavi? I'm surprised that Pino didn't start. I thought Pino, to be fair, from Villarreal. He's lively when he starts. He's probably going to come on, to be fair. France look bigger, and that's probably down to history and society in it. It's whatever cultures, there's a lot of smaller people than bigger people. France just look more athletic, stronger than Spain. Spain obviously have a lot of small players, technical players. 20 minutes gone, people. Nothing great. There's the half opportunity that I think Benzema was offside, to be honest. And then there was one with Spain, but they've not really got it right. They've managed to get him behind, but not got the power on it. Chris is saying it looks like the cheese. Yeah, they do look. They just look a little bit more athletic. Obviously you can see with certain ones because of the French connection with Africa. So body structure is very, very different. You know, very, very different when you have French African players. That's a free kick all day. All day. Who's coming? Rodri. Was it Rodri? Any thoughts on Spain not starting Pau Torres? I thought it was a strange one. He was, yeah, he's outstanding every time I've seen him. I think he's going Man City, and Man City want him. I'm surprised. Any thoughts on? I don't get it. Really don't get it. He looked good against Italy, and he won the Europa with Villarreal. So he knows about how important these finals are. It's very, very strange because last game he was just solid, absolutely solid. I don't get why he wasn't absolutely solid. He was crazy. Definite free kick though. Definite free kick. Where's Pedri? I've not seen him in the semi-final. I don't know if he's injured. Pedri must be injured. He must be, because I don't even think he's sub. So he's got to be injured. Got to be. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So many, a lot of the African countries obviously go and settle and emigrate to France. If you have a look at the French players, French squads over the years, a lot of African descent, a lot of Moroccans as well in France as well. I wonder if that's a point. I wonder if Yusuf Awar, I wonder what his background is. Not too sure. It's probably Moroccan. Oh, they've got it all wrong. They've got it all wrong. Jules Koundé, I like him. Like him a lot. Ooh. Laporte looks solid for Spain, but he looks very comfortable on the ball. Just a little bit rash in the Premier League for me, for City. He is. Nice, as usual, Spain just playing the ball out from the back. You know how good Spain aren't moving the ball because France want to press them. They're playing a 2 up top. And they're still managing to get out with the ball. Chris saying we forget the French had a commercial and cultural empire in Africa. That explains why they're so powerful. Goes a long, long time. I'm not a massive fan of history. I know Chris knows a lot about history. Luke Burke has put, who do you think is going to win and who do you want to win? Personally, I think Spain will win. They're just playing better at the moment. I want Spain to win. They're my favorite international team. They move the ball around better than anyone else in world football, in my opinion. I'm just, you can't have a bet against the French. The French for me are like the new era how Germany were. You never really bet against Germany when I was growing up. And now I see France like that. You never really bet against them because when they want to play, they can beat anyone. And they can just turn it on. And something's telling me that France will go on and win. I want Spain to win it. I really do. But something's telling me France might win it. I don't know. Never bet against them. 24 on the clock. Not any clear, real chances. Don't think goalkeepers had any decent save to make. Spain with 66% possession. Pablo manages to get himself out to Jules Koundé. Big space as well on that side. He's managed to make up probably, 20, 30 yards. My favorite player is, I would say Pedri is my favorite player in the Spanish team. In this one, he's not in this team. Oh, they've broke the lines. Hernandez has got it. He's got it on the back foot. I think it's Benzema. Benzema's faced with Azpilicueta. It looks like he's going to try. Oh, he's Griezmann, Benzema. You know what he's gone for? He's gone for that far whip, and it's a free kick. I would say Pedri. I love Spanish midfielders. Iniesta, Xavi will just, mate. I mean, imagine playing with them. Imagine playing with them. And Pedri's very similar like that. Love the way he plays. I'm liking this Gavi kid, and I love Busquets. I think Busquets is just makes the game look so easy. So easy. But yeah, so I'll say Pedri in this modern day one. Chris has put, France was my joint favourites with Italy to win the Euros early this year. Surprised when they went out so early. Yeah, it was a weird one. That's the thing with France. Should I follow you? It's entirely up to you. The fact that you've come in today, it's all love. It's entirely up to you. You won't get many channels like this. Ex-pros with YouTube channels. You won't get many like that. I can tell you that. Well, we say ex-pros. There's some ex-pros who've hardly played any games in their life. So it's entirely up to you. But welcome to the community. If you come in, Luke, you've joined a good community. I can tell you that. Gavi, that's loose. That's loose. But he is 17, I believe. So we'll let him off with that one. Yeah, appreciate it, Luke. Really do appreciate it. Everyone gets us closer to the targets, yeah? We're not like Arsenal, by the way, who don't know what our targets are. We don't know what our targets are. We know what our targets are. Pogba, he tries to nick it away. Ayadabal, I've got it right now. Salmon's got it right. Wife's got me the good pronunciation. Gavi, faced against Kimpembe. He's not going to beat him for strength, that's for sure. He's not going to beat him for strength or pace. Kimpembe is like, man, it was like a daddy. It's like a dad against his little boy in the garden. That was, wasn't it? They got some good kids coming through, though, the Spanish. They've got some good kids coming through. Telling you, if my boy plays football, we need to move to Spain so he can get technically. Varane, big header into Mbappe. I mean, Benzema, he goes for the header, but they've dealt with that quite well. Little triangles. Gavi's got it again. He's getting a lot of the ball, Gavi is. He's getting a lot of the ball. He's going to cause problems, especially in and around that box. I think that's Sarabia. I think you pronounce it. Spain have started to get a grip on the game. France started off well. But like I said, France have got to press this team. If you don't press this team, they're going to move the ball. They're going to have triangles after triangle. They're going to be like those great, what is it? Is it Quality Streets or Roses with the green triangles that always go first? The best triangles you're going to get. Spain can bop you off with those triangles. I'm telling you now. Do not give them space. Every time they get the ball, they have 2 free options. Is that not out? Every time. It's good to see 2 centre forwards playing, by the way. Very, very good to see 2 centre forwards. It's gone out of the game a little bit, and it's gone out of the game. It's gone a bit negative, the 1 down the middle and the 2 out wide. But if the 2 out wide are not out and out kind of forward-thinking strikers, they get lost. That's what's happened at times with Arsenal. They get lost. For me, I'd go for a 2 at times, get people thinking. That's why I think France have done this, but Spain is still keeping the ball. Chris is replying to Luke. He said, Luke, we have banter on here. Sometimes a laugh, sometimes some intelligent conversations. We take the rise out of France, out of France sometimes. He has to endure it. He has no choice. Yeah, that's the good thing about banter. And it's never malicious, people. It's a good thing about the community. We have disagreements and agreements, but everyone has respect. And that's how we like to keep it. I can tell you that. I think Ferran Torres wants to be central. He got a lot of joy being central, didn't he? You don't get chocolate and energy tactics on the BBC. You don't, do you? I might keep that one for myself. Those green triangles, weren't they coconut? No, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were solid in the middle. Were they solid? Sure, they were solid in the middle. But that's our Spain. That's the triangle Spain's have got, or Toblerone. That's the triangle Spain's have got. I think that maybe that's where the game's on. A little bit of a spammer from Agnes. You only have to put it in once. That must be the when the game's on. They were mint. They were mint, as in they were mint, as in wait there. Spain are in behind here. They're outnumbered. Oof, and ball, but his arm's behind him. Could be a free kick. Oh no, I'm balls behind him. They were mint flavor. Were they mint? I'm sure they weren't mint, even though they were green. Ooh, that would have been top draw. He's just tried to thread it through the eye of the needle. Oh, Mbappe's on the break here. Oh, Laporte could have got stuck there. Mbappe sharp, great defending from Laporte. Just watch the ball. Didn't see any twinkle toes. Watch the ball. Number one rule. And they've just played it out on the edge of their 18-yard box. They are a joy to watch. They are a joy to watch. Are they mint? I never knew they were mint. I swear they're not mint. I swear they're not mint. Oh, if they're mint, I never knew it. Never knew it. They're nice, though. I know that's for sure. I want to get a box now, see if they're mint. Potential penalty check. Where's that then? Potential penalty check. Where's that? Surely, check over. Was it about the handball for France? The guy, the arm was behind him. He's facing the wrong way. How's he going to know that it's going to hit his arm? That's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mbappe, bops it out. Oh, the movement, the low center of gravity, people, is just, I bet you 25 sheets. I'm not betting on a triangle chocolate. Ayadabal just leaves Varane for dead. Little bit, see ya. The toffee pennies were the first when I was a kid. Good for pulling crowns out of your teeth. Oh. My favorite was the purple one, which, by the way, if you ever buy them now, you get about 5 purple. Oh, goalkeeper has just played it to Gavi. He's got 4 players around him, and they've nearly got out. Not quite. They've had to go long, third one. They could play themselves into trouble, but that's how they play. They're not going to change. They've got out of it again. Gavi into Busquets. They'll go out the other side. It's just great play. You know what I like about a lot of foreign teams? You're encouraged to give the ball to people even though they're under pressure, and that's how you learn how to get good at football. In England, we refuse giving the ball to people if someone's near them. That's how we play football. We refuse to give it to someone because we think they may lose it. Whereas foreign football is very much like, get it into them, get it into them. Yeah, the purple ones were hazelnut. You only get about 4 now in the packet. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. France are trying to press, but Spain just keep moving the ball. Just keep moving the ball. And then now they've got out the other side again. The problem is, France, if you have a look at France literally have got a solid back 4. They're not looking to go forward at all. That was terrible. That was terrible. Straight into Pogba. See what he's tried. Can see what he's tried. Pogba casually just gives it Griezmann. We sound like a bunch of old codgers in an old folks home. We're just out here chilling, Chris. That's the good way. We're chilling. Busquets. It's not even Busquets. Rodrigo. Ooh, Gavi nearly gives it away. Getting a lot of the ball, by the way, Gavi. A lot of the ball. He's played. Ooh, that's a free kick. Brought him down. Could be a booking. Not sure. Could be a booking. I think I need to get a new chair, by the way. This one's too creaky. And if I'm on here a lot, it's kind of like only comes up to like half of your back. Well, no, 3/4 of your back. It's like an office, fancy office chair, isn't it? It's not exactly comfortable. So, because I spend half my time, most of my time, at this desk. 35 on the clock. No one's had any open opportunities yet. Free kick coming in here. Alonso, he's probably going to shoot. Did you see the West Brom keeper throw? Yeah, I did. It's a good throw from Johnson. He didn't have much to do, did he? It was a very good throw. Very, very good throw. Who do you think is winning the Champions League? Luke says. Oh, it's very hard at the moment. Let me just go through this free kick. Marcus Alonso, he's probably going to shoot from there. We know he's got an absolute wand of a left foot. But he is quite far out. I mean, if he goes for the near stick and then everyone makes that diagonal run, people could miss it and it could creep in. But he's gone for the near stick. No, he's got it all wrong. He's got it all wrong. I think he's a little bit too far out. Champions League, listen, PSG, because of their firepower, but their foundations are not unreal. Then foundations are not, you say, right, that's a foundation. That defense there, got Donnarumma, but Kimpembe, not great. So you'd have to bring, they got Marquinhos in there as well. You've got Sergio Ramos. He's now not got the legs. He's very good on the ball. So you've got to go with, for me, I don't think you can look past a Man City, Chelsea, PSG. But, you know, Italian squad and Bayern this year, it would be interesting. If I had to make a bet, if someone said, right, Fran, you know, here's the money, you've got to make a bet, I would go with, it's hard. If Man City sign a striker, Man City. If not, I don't know. I really don't know. I want to say PSG because I love Messi, but I just don't know. I just don't know. This is not a Messi. PSG is not a Messi team. I just don't know. It's the only team they could possibly. That's got to be a foul. That has to be a foul. No. Chicken burger or beef burger? I don't eat meat or waste, so none of them. Sorry, mate. I don't eat meat, but you can have a Q&A if you want to throw anything else in. How long before Newcastle buy the Champions League? Win the Champions League, Chris. Come on, don't sound bitter. Win the Champions League. See, Champions League's tough because you can have the best team, but not necessarily get the look of the draw or things like that. I think they'll win the Premier League before they win the Champions League, in my opinion. This season, PSG or Man City, Bayern are good. Again, Bayern are always going to be a problem. In your opinion, Messi or Ronaldo? Not even an argument. I think Messi is miles ahead as a footballer. Miles ahead. Things Messi can do, I've not seen anyone else do, except Maradona and Ronaldinho at times. Ronaldinho would have been the greatest if he continued but he was chilling. He's Brazilian, they chill. What Ronaldo can do, many, many players have done before. So for me, Messi's streets ahead as a football player. I'd rather face Ronaldo all day than Messi if I was a defender. But that could be on the way people like. Some people will say Ronaldo because they may like the style of play. I love purist football, and Messi is the complete footballer. Spain nearly in behind, but Ran's just got a foot in. Oh, veggie burger or bean burger? Veggie burger. I've tried soy meat and corn. It's tasteless, Fran. Soy meat, I don't touch soy. Soy is not a very good chemical to have in your body. I don't have anything to soy, but corn I do. But there's some good companies now that do some good stuff. If you want a burger, Linda McCartney is a very good one, and then corn, certain ones, but don't really eat the alternatives a lot either. I have fish, which I'm now easing off fish. Just waiting for my wife to jump on the same bandwagon. But I only have probably fish twice a week, hopefully if that. And the rest of it is just like your pastas, your sweet potatoes, your spinaches, pestos, things like that. Messi's mature and thinks, Ronaldo's immature and reacts. Yeah, I mean, they're completely two different players, in my opinion. One is, one is just he's not even on this planet, and the other one is just a very, 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 very good footballer. But mentality-wise, on and off the pitch, they're miles apart. A favorite Premier League player, Luke is saying. My favorite Premier League team is, I'm an Arsenal fan, so that's my favorite team. But if I had to pick one away, it would be Man City. Love Pep. I love Pep when he played. I love the way that they play. I love their pressing in fives. I love their risk taking. So yeah, Man City. I do like Liverpool a lot. I like the way that they play, to be honest. Looks like Varane. Varane just pulled up then. Varane just pulled up. Fran is a gooner. I am a gooner, mate. I am a gooner. I am a gooner, mate. Oasis saying that he's lactose intolerant, so can't have whey protein. Instead, I have soy protein powder. Why is it so bad? If you have a look at soy, it's been a long time since I looked into it, because I used to have it and then I started looking into it. I think it can have a chemical reaction or something where it's not good for us. So, if you look into soy, so I have, if you're you're lactose intolerant, so I have things like spelt pasta or whole wheat pasta, and then for milk wise, it's just oat milk or coconut milk or nut milk, things like that. You can even have rice milk, but I don't touch soy. I did when I first stopped eating meat, but then I started looking into it. Where am I from? I'm from originally from Nottingham way, so I'm not London. No, I'm from Nottingham, a place called Nottingham. I don't have a Nottingham accent, so I'm not London. I know people down London. Opinion on Curb Glasses put opinion on Vieira so far at Palace. I think he's doing well. I think he's doing well. I think he is doing well. We've already had that in. So yeah, I think he's doing well. Interesting. I think the thingy from Palace is the kid that got on loan from Palace. He's doing really well. Sahar looks like it. Eze is going to be coming back. They brought Edouard in. They brought I think his name's Guille, the kid from Chelsea, another kid centre off, very good at Swansea last year. So they're doing well. They're doing well. Interesting to see how far he can take them. They do need some more additions. Alonso with the ball. Pogba's got a little bit scrappy at the moment, people. Last 10 minutes has been very scrappy. It's like a game of chess at the moment. Everyone, France are nullifying Spain. Spain are keep trying to move the ball. France are nullifying that. Then they're looking for Mbappe or Benzema on the break every single time. That's how France play. That's how France play. Pogba shrugging off someone. Yeah, so if Varane's had to go off, pulled up, Man United will not be happy, by the way. Some things, obviously, Sam Nottingham, you take care. Some of them, but if you come, you would have come to Nottingham. The way that people talk in Nottingham is wow. It is bad, really bad. I have some, obviously, words. Might have to look at pea protein. He said, yeah, pea protein. What other protein? Just plant-based proteins. What's the protein that we get? Bulk is a good one online. They do pea proteins, vegan proteins. They do collagen powder, things like that. Matcha teas as well. Bulk, it's called. They're quite good. All like friendly packaging for the environment and things like that. Ruby eats loads of fish, salmon, trout, etc. She loves it more than meat. Yeah, fish is the one. Fish is the one. Again, I still don't agree with certain things when it comes to it getting on the shelves, even where we get it from. So that's another reason why I might come away from that. However, it's a lot better for you than fish or than meat. Aspilicueta, it's tight. It's tight. The first goal in this game is going to be absolutely crucial because I think it changes the flow of the game completely. At the moment, it's just like a boxing match. We jab you, you jab us back. We jab you, you jab us back. Wow, it's good hold-up play from the centre forward. Oh, it's going to be hard to break down. They're very strong at the back, France, physically. Very, very strong. Gavi, feeling this Gavi kid. Feeling him. Gavi, someone tell pronunciation if I've got it right. Opinions on Mbappe. Everyone is saying he's bad, but I think he has just had a stinker in the Euros. Nah, he's a very, very good player. Is he rated higher than he probably should be? Maybe. That's the media for you. That's sponsors. That's FIFA. You know, Nike, the media, the world, just obviously big people up very, very quickly. But he's still only, 22? And what he's achieved already at 22 is frightening. He's the only centre forward that I see in the world who's got that explosive old school type way of playing. He needs to tighten up his game a bit. But he's off the shoulder. He could be in here. Oh, that's the difference. See? That's the difference. France at the back, a lot more athletic, stronger, quicker. I think he's very, very good. I like him. Do I think he's an unbelievable player? Not yet, but I think he can be. Afternoon, friend. How are we doing, mate? Just moved house today. Absolutely done. I love that. Hope you got a nice new house, mate. Brandon, hope you well. It's evening time over here. I know that you're obviously South Africa way. But yeah, tell us about the house. Tell the chat about the house. No one can pass the ball like Spain. The passing's unbelievable. The passing's frightening. They're a joy to watch, to be honest. The Japanese have a fish-based diet. They are the longest living people on earth. Well, there you go. You don't need me to tell you. You don't need me to tell you. Gavi would fit perfectly next to Thomas Partey, Franny. Oh, mate, I wish. I wish. He could be the next Fabregas, that kid. I mean, him and that Pedri. Wow. Half time already, people. That has gone quick. That has gone very, very quick. It's 0-0. Nothing really to talk about. Nothing really to talk about at all. It's not been a great game at all. The semi-finals were a lot better. Luke's put, I find it interesting how we've gone from talking about football to talking about diets. Yeah, this is this chat. We talk about anything. I do like to try and get that nailed down. But this game tonight, the Spain and the Italy and the Italy one that we watched in Spain, I think it was, that was. Yeah, I do try and dive down on details, Luke. If you come and watch along, sometimes we do Arsenal quite a lot. But if you come and watch, it could be a Man United, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, whoever it may be. I do like to touch on the games quite a lot. But sometimes the games they don't even need analysis. They're that poor that we just talk. We just talk, which is very, very good. Especially now the Premier League's not back for another week. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know what we're going to speak about this week on the Daily Vibe every day, 4 o'clock. No idea, people. I'm sure we'll find something. There'll be some news. Might be around Newcastle again. That's for sure. Could be around Newcastle. So, new week tomorrow, people. Make sure you're ready. New week. Start your goals, whatever it is this week. I need to write some goals down this week, actually. What I need to try and do before Friday. Away, so I'm into cricket. Now, it's one sport I've never really been into. Obviously, when the West Indies were the team to beat many, many years ago. When I was a kid, I think that was, or just after, I took a little bit of interest, the Laras of this world, people like that. But other than that, I didn't really not get into it. I know it's on Sky at the minute. I think there's some league going on Sky at the moment. It keeps coming flashing up. But no, I'm not into it always. Luke saying, I've got to get do some work. I'll be back at the end of our time. No, you take your time. Appreciate you coming in, Luke. Really, really do. I'm glad that you've come in the community, mate. Welcome. You take your time. Chris has put, so guesses on who Newcastle tried to get in January or summer. I mean, that's an open-ended question. We have like no idea. The answer could be just, I mean, who could they not go for? They're already now, I'm seeing rumors left, right, and center. I mean, you know what the newspapers like. I don't read newspapers, but you know what newspapers are going to be like. Newspapers are going to be linking them with everyone. They're going to be linked with everyone. But for me, they need to be very, very wise. I've seen a couple of managers, Steven Gerrard. I don't think Gerrard's the one for that. It's got to be a Conte. It's got to be a Mancini, a Zidane. It's got to be that type of level of manager, broke the like button. Yeah, that's what Kev would say. Kev would say broke the like button. Hit the like button, people. Really do appreciate that. That's obviously the fee for tonight. The fee is just hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's have a look about Brandon's house then. So Brandon's moved to a smaller place, nice little place around a football ground, team called Bayview Sporting. Join the under 30 club side and a gym, shopping center. Nice. It's nice when everything's on your doorstep and you don't have a lot of traveling to do and things like that. Nice. Move to a smaller place. I was watching today? I was watching a couple of YouTube videos on just the way people are starting to change the way that they live. Now, I'm a little bit out there when it comes to, I don't agree with the school system. I don't agree with society trying to brainwash people. If I could, I would homeschool my little one. But the wife's like, that's way too much. She needs a break from him and things like that. And I was watching this YouTube video and it's going a lot of people, how they're moving to countries where, for Bali, for example, or places like this, or cheaper places from where they're from. And they're, getting rid of their flash car or their car that they've got now, and they're getting rid of that and then using half that money to start businesses off and just living off the minimum amount of money, but still kind of in luxury in these other countries. And they're all downsizing in their houses, looking to live in like just places around the world. I thought it was fascinating because I always thinking like that, I'd like to just go and live somewhere else again and blah, blah. Now that I've lived in Dubai away from England, I actually now always think about moving to other places where you could live, where the standard of living is a lot cheaper than England, but it's a really, really nice place. And that just reminded me, saying you move to a smaller place, and a lot of people are going away from the bigger kind of houses, want a smaller house and have more disposable money to live a more comfortable life, like minimalistic life, which is cool. Man. Tony's put, might go for manager of the month, Arteta. Oh, mate, can you imagine? Can you imagine if they went for him? I would be delighted if they went for Arteta. And then it would wake us up when we go for Conte. That ain't happening. I think they're just talking about Gavi now. Jamie Redknapp's talking about him. Let's see what he says about him. Yeah, there you go. He's comparing him to Iniesta, and I can see why. He's in it, man. The Spanish midfielders, they're all based kind of similar on the Xavis, the Iniestas. That Gavi and that Pedri are very much like that. They're just a joy to watch. And I think it's unbelievable that we have Phil Foden, yet Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips are talked about more than Phil Foden. Like, Declan Rice and Phillips would get nowhere near this Spanish team, yet Foden would probably play all the time. Just mad, the philosophy. The philosophy is mad. Chris has put, I'm old enough to remember Jeff Boycott from Yorkshire and Gary Sobers from the Windies. Two best players of their generation. Cricket, no, I don't know. None of them. Mr. Waffles got manager month for laugh out loud, but all due respect, Mikel deserved it. He did deserve it. You got to admit he did deserve it. Yes, try smaller in a safer, brother. You can control a small house and your yard way better. I mean, for where you are, South Africa, I understand you don't really want to show any type of wealth, do you? Because it's always under threat, I believe. So, you know, obviously UK is very, very different. You can show your wealth, and our society seems to just want to show wealth all the time. Whereas, like you say, South Africa, places like that, it costs you your life. So, you know, I get why, you know, you're downsizing and trying to hide that away in a way, really. Declan Rice is bang average. The height baffles me. Can't get my head around it. Can't get my head around Declan Rice. Talk about players that get it made for them. Who will win today? Mr. Master the Blaster has said, who will win today? Listen, I want Spain to win, but you can never bet against France. They are the new generation of like Germany. Never bet against France. So I just don't know. I really, really don't know. If you said to me, no, Fran, who you've got to pick one, because I want France, because I want Spain to win, I would say Spain. That's my heart. But if I started to sit down and think about it and use my head, I would say France on a penalty or something crazy like that. You know, I would say France or something crazy like that. That's for sure. The half went very, very quick, though. Very, very quick, considering there wasn't a lot of chances. The quality of football was high, but both teams cancelling each other out, which you tend to get when you get two top teams. The semi-finals were outstanding. Best bit of football I've seen in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. Always is put. He runs around like he's got a caravan on his back. I think it's just his off-field, his persona, and his interviews come across as a genuine likable, and also his English, which helps. I just can't get my head around it. And when I say to people, "What do you like? Where's the argument? What do you see in him?" And they'll say, "Yeah, but he's good at his job." And I say, "Well, what is he doing that no one else can do?" I just can't. And I try and analyze it and watch it. I don't know whether it's because when I used to play, I didn't just see. I just don't see that in a football pitch. I don't see it. I don't see what anyone else sees. Maybe because I don't look for that on a football pitch. But if you're telling me, well, Fran, he sits, he breaks things up, and then he gives people. I'm then comparing him to Kante, and he is nowhere near, like, not even on the same postcode as Kante. So how is everyone raving about him if that's the type of player that he is? I just don't get it. Curb Glasses say, a member of my family was shot in Trinidad because they assumed he was rich. He was not. I mean, you got to be very, very careful. Listen, people, unfortunately, we live in a world where people want to take things from other people because they don't have it themselves. They don't know how to get it. They don't want to put the work in to get it. So they feel, for whatever reason, that they can just go and take it from someone else who has worked hard to get that. Now, when you go to countries like you say, Trinidad, Jamaica, South Africa, many places, the Americas, your Salvadors, your Mexicos, these places like this, where literally there's no repercussions at times for people to just do what they want. It must be very, very hard to live, but they are beautiful places. Like beautiful places. We have it in England, especially London. We have it in London and places like that, but not on the magnitude of some other, like you say, some other countries. I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad. But what can you do? It's human psychology at times. It's just a crazy, crazy, unpredictable organ. That's for sure. Ability-wise, he's bang average. Souček is better than him at West Ham. Souček, everyone was raving about Souček, and he was awesome last year. Absolutely awesome. Brandon's put, true, Fran. I've been robbed in 2012 once, but I managed to fight off the guys. They tried hijacking me twice. Once in 2015, another time in 2017. 2015, got away, just drove. But in 2017, lost my car. I mean, out of interest, Brandon, okay, because you live in South Africa, so I don't know circumstances. Have you seriously considered moving? Would you move? Is it not that easy to move? I know, because now that UK is not in Brexit, we can't just move to Europe like we could before. There's now other complications, because I just thought it was easy, 1, 2, 3, but now it's changed. Is it more complicated to move out of there? I know to get visas when you're coming from Africa can be difficult at times. To the UK, I'm not saying you would come to the UK, but is there any other places you can go and things like that? Because it must be scary at times. It must be very, very. When I went to South Africa, like you said, I went to South Africa. I went in the townships, and I had to have police escort on charity, and that was scary. And for some reason, they took a liking to me. They liked my tattoos, maybe my skin complexion. So for me, it just felt like eased. I didn't feel problemed. But obviously, I was with a lot of white people that I was with, and they were just, it was just, you could feel some kind of tension in the place all the time. Very, very interesting. Curb blesses. Why would someone shoot you if they think you are rich? Jealousy. Yeah, that's what it is. Jealousy. It's crazy. Ryan, what's happening, Ryan? Hope you are, mate. First comment is put, Kante doesn't sit, Jorginho sits. Kante's box to box. Yeah, 100%. But he's so good at breaking the play down. And obviously, I think Frank playing him in the wrong position at the time, and then Tuchel came in, asked him to sit a little bit more. I get your point, though. He does have Jorginho that sits, and Kante is an up and down. But, I mean, like you say, I just don't see where this Rice thing comes from. I just don't get it. And I've played nearly 400 league games over a 15-year professional period, and I still do not get the hype. I don't know, people just jumping on the bandwagon and just saying it. I just don't get it. I really, really don't. Really, really don't get it. But but like say Ryan, it's a good point. He does, I suppose, get forward a lot more than Rice. Second half, people coming our way. Second, with Varane going off, that could be the difference if Spain get down the sides. I would put Torres down the middle. Torres down the middle the other day looks a lot better than he's not touched the ball. He has touched the ball, but you know what I mean. He's not done anything with it, really. So you know what's funny? So this Gavi kid now and Pedri, right? And we'll rave about him. The world will rave about him. We'll rave about him, right? Then he's not better than Phil Foden. Yet we'll rave about him. Oh, he's Spanish. He's the next Iniesta. The media will say he's worth 150 million. Blah, blah, blah. Yet he's not better than Phil Foden. It's because of the foreign media and the people jump on the bandwagon, you know? He's good, but he's not better than Phil Foden. Phil Foden in that Spanish team would be unbelievable. Unbelievable. I just think France have got a little bit more pace, a little bit more athletic, and that could be the difference in this game. Benzema, if he gets a chance, you know, Benzema's decent. Interesting. I want to see a little bit more opportunities. I want to see some more opportunities, people. Right, let's go for the second half. Come on. Saturday night, Sunday night. Let's start the week good. Let's get some good 45 minutes of football. Here we go. Foden was good for England, but like I say, he was playing Andorra. They're like taxi drivers and things like that. which no disrespect to a taxi driver. What I'm saying is they're not full-time footballers, are they? I don't think any of them are full-time footballers, are they? I think one of them plays in the sixth tier in France. They're going to get down the sides with Mbappe. That's what they're going to try and do. S. Wade, what's happening? What is happening? Good to see you in the chat. Ayadabal is an amazing player. He captained and scored in the Copa del Rey for Real Sociedad, first trophy in nearly 30 years. He is good. Did he put the 2 crosses in the other day, and the assist? I think it was Ayadabal who the assist for Torres's header the other day was honestly half volley dink to the back stick. That is a free kick, but he's not deliberate. It's not deliberate. Rice is just an average CDM, to be fair. He works well in midfielders who press because he sits and sweeps. I think the reason he's wanted so much is because he doesn't lose the ball. He's very composed. Yeah, I get that argument. I get that. And if you have a look, how many people play that role the way that he plays it? It's just perfect for him. It could be one of those where when he moves, because you know how football is, it could all go wrong for him because the dynamics of his new team. Are you a professional trader, friend? I wouldn't say I was listen, I do it. I do it. That's what you could say is kind of like my job, but I try and treat it as a hobby and not put pressure on myself because I'm on a terrible streak at the moment. So I've gone back to basics. So I wouldn't say I'm professional. I day trade. I wouldn't say I'm professional, but very small to build my confidence in my strategy. So it's very small at the moment, very small. I've been in and out of it for about 2-3 years. And then obviously crypto, hodl in crypto. Certain ones, nothing big, nothing big. Where are we? Gabby's still a kid is probably another, sorry, wait there. I was looking at something there. Gary's still a kid. He's probably another Peugeot or Carlos Elena. I think he's going to be good. Don't get me wrong. They're comparing him to Iniesta, same as Pedri. Very different. Get it round the corner. 1-2s. Take it on the back foot. Always look to get it on the back foot. Not afraid to obviously drive at the back foot. Opposition's back four. I'm great, friend. The game is even better with your commentary. Well, I hope that it helps. I hope that it helps because there's not much to rave about at the moment. I definitely would get for Torres down the middle because it worked the other day with Ayadabal the other day. He was getting down the sides, causing a lot of problems for Italy. They were struggling with them, and he's the one who was causing problems. And Ferran Torres was sharp as a tack. Sharp. Oh, here we go. Mbappe trying to get on the back. Who would win a boxing match between you and Curtis? Well, I don't know. Different styles. Curtis is taller than me, but I'm sharp as anything. So it'll be a tough one. We should try me and Curtis do a celebrity one. Film it for YouTube. Can you imagine? I'd train like Rocky. I would. I'd be just training, beasting. I won't let him beat me. I won't let him beat me. Aspilicueta now. Ooh. It's a bit scrappy. At the minute. I think it's because both teams are pressing so aggressively. They can't really get the ball down and start moving it. This is a little bit of... Here you are. Larissa's got the ball. Chris has put Fran and Curtis sleep over pillar fight. We'll probably start whispering to each other. Whispering settings. Oh, he's going mad. Pogba's lost his head. He's lost his head. He's absolutely lost his head. He's saying people need to start moving. He can't believe it. I think he's talking to Pavard. Saying, come here. It's going mad. And now Didier saying, calm down. He's got a point. There's nothing worse, right? nothing worse. And I'm sure, if you played football in the chat, there's nothing worse, I'm sure, when you've got the ball and people don't make angles for you. Don't make angles for you. And they're just walking around. They're just walking around. And you're there trying to say, well, make an angle for me. Make an angle for me. And they don't make an angle for you. It's like, what are you doing? S. Wade has put, Phil Foden needs to know what player he is in midfield or winger. He might not reach the heights if he doesn't nail a position down. For me, I'm playing him central all day. He's not quick enough to be a winger. He's only, for me, he's only very, very good in that position if he's got a team like Man City and he has to then get the ball. When he's central, he could, you imagine him next to a Partey further up. You imagine next to a Basuma. You imagine even next to, you got Fernandinho and then a Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. The thing is, then where do you play De Bruyne? For whoever wide De Bruyne is at City, I think that gets in the way of Phil Foden becoming the Phil Foden that we know he can be. Definitely central. He wants to be involved in the game. He wants to dictate the game. He wants to run the game. And when you're out wide, I'm telling you from experience, if you want to be involved in the game, you've got to be central, because that's where the ball goes 90% of the time. The ball, if it goes from one side of the pitch to the other, normally goes central. If it goes from with the middle to a wide, it normally goes central. When it's second balls, it normally bounces central. Phil Foden needs to be central. And I know he was only playing against Andorra yesterday, but you've seen how excited he is by playing central and getting on the ball and doing those quality street triangles. I don't think that's a foul. I think that's a fair tackle. Thoughts on Greenwood? Ryan saying, love him. I think he's an outstanding talent. I think we've got talents in this country where there aren't other players like him. Phil Foden's one of them. Greenwood is another one. Oof, Pogba's getting mad. That's a foul. Oof, he's won the ball. I thought he could only studs up. Greenwood is another one. Not seen anyone like him. I've not seen anyone like him. And wait, who was? Sorry, Pogba getting a little bit angry. Koundé into midfield now. Greenwood, Pogba. Oh, Koundé's lost the ball. It's 2-on-1. He's quick. He'll probably get back in. He'll probably wrap it around the back stick. Oh, that's where for me you need Ferran Torres central. That's why you got to get him central. Yeah. So Foden, Greenwood. There's one other kid that I don't really see a lot of kids like him. Oh, Mbappe's just ran past 3 or 4 players. He's in. Mbappe's in. Oh, Alonso gets a toe. Wow, Alonso gets a toe. Pablo, I don't think he can put any more pace on it because it goes to the goalkeeper. Wait there. Mbappe tries to scoop it in. Trying to think, I had another kid in my brain when you're talking about Greenwood. I had someone else who I've not seen any. I don't see players like them. Bellingham, Jude Bellingham. Those 3 players there, we don't have any other kids that are like them. Yet we'll probably use them in the wrong way when it comes to England. Those 3 are outstanding. Outstanding. We don't have other players like them. Outstanding 3 players there. S. Wade has put Fran. Imagine an Arsenal front 6 of Alex, Song, Fabregas, Cazorla, Sanchez, Aubameyang, and Ozil. That's heaven. And that, you know what? And this is what people were saying to me, Fran, about Ozil. And I was saying, listen, Ozil, don't be disrespectful. It didn't end right for him. It didn't end right for him. But he's one of the best players that I've seen when he's on song. One of the best players that I've seen. And some of the things that he's done. When Sanchez and all these players left, they should... Oh, it's a free kick. It's a free kick. They should have started to build around Ozil and just kept adding. And he would have been a great leader for some of these kids. But, you wound him up. He had his own mindset and his own beliefs about certain sponsors or the way of the world, which everyone's entitled to that, by the way. He then got punished for having them views. And as soon as that happened, he said to Arsenal, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Because they did wrong with the way that they treated him for his beliefs. And they did wrong there. They should have dealt with that in a completely different way. And it just proved to them that, listen, you're not important to us. Our sponsor is a lot more important to you. And, you know, human psychology, human history will tell you that when a human feels like that, you ain't getting nothing out of them. You ain't getting nothing out of them. And that's what happened, unfortunately. Ozil was very good. Yes, Bergkamp was better in my eyes. For you, a league above. Bergkamp was different league. Yeah, I don't think many people can argue in that. Bergkamp was just outstanding. Great ball from Alonso. Oh, it's a great tackle. If Gavi has a tiny touch, the tiniest touch there, it's a penalty. But he don't. But it's a great run. That little ball through the corners or breaking the lines. Spain on top at the moment, by the way, people. 56 minutes. Spain clearly on top. Foden learned from one of the best all-time greats in David Silva. Oh, yeah, he was an all-time great. What a player. What a player. What a player. When Cazorla got injured and left Arsenal, massive decline. Same with Moussa Dembele at Tottenham. Listen, Moussa Dembele was absolute baller. Listen, I used to love him, but people, again, didn't get the recognition I think he deserved. He was, you couldn't get the ball off him. You could not get the ball off him. What a player. And that hurts me to say, by the way, because he's a Spurs player. But he was a player. Money always comes first, unfortunately. It's the world that we live in. Fortunately, yeah, it's a tool. It's a tool. The most powerful tool in the world. If you believe in that kind of stuff. What a ball. Round the corner. Oof, he's got to just let that go out for a corner. Corner. Spain on top here, people. Spain have got a little bit of belief. They know that they can pick this French team apart if they move the ball. What they can't do, if they go physically, if he should have just touched that tiny touch. Tiny touch. What Spain can't do is get into a fight, into a battle, because they'll lose. They know they have to be the brainiest ones, and they have to move this ball on the floor quicker. Alonso, great technique. Ooh, I thought it was going to go to the back stick. Thought it was going to go to the back stick. Sorry, people. Just looking at this. Oh, he could have got a third man running. Gavi could have got, here he is. He reminds me of Jack Wilshere, you know. He's got that little, you know, bow leg, just skip the ball. Decent, great first touch. Here you go, they're out now. He could be out here if he slips it down the side. Oh, he was in. Koundé's done well to cut the line off there, by the way. Koundé has done well. Scrappy. Benzema's hardly been in the game, by the way. What's that, September? That's September. Sorry, people, just looking at something. Let's have a look. Hey, Z's coming. Here he is. My good friend Z, by the way. I'll get to Z in a minute. France have the most talented squad on the planet and play like Athletic. Yeah, they do. That's why you can never really bet against them, in my opinion. By the way, Z is a Newcastle fan. We've not heard from him on here for about 3 months, and now he's come on because of Newcastle. Here we go. Here we go. Look, Z saying, listen, forget about Spain. Just talk about the best team and the richest team that everyone is going to look up to an army. I think the Saudis go to buy Spain too. How's Dubai, mate? We're missing it. We're missing Dubai. How is Dubai, mate? Is the family still out there with you? Yeah, we're missing that weather and that freedom, that beach life, mate. We're missing that beach life here, even though I do love the autumn in the UK. I've got to be honest. 60 minutes on the clock. 60 minutes, 0-0. Not like, oh, I tell you, it's a corner. It's a corner. Good, man. Lovely weather. Family went back 2 weeks ago. Hey, well, good month for you then, mate. Family went back, came back to England. Hey? And now Newcastle, richest team in the world, in history. Remember that conversation we had in Dubai when we said if the Saudis take over, we're going to go with our dish dash and our headscarf and that. Remember, no, everyone would think that we're the Saudis. The wife is in the chat. She's saying I haven't. I don't know what she means. I don't know what she means that she haven't. She hasn't what? She's watching. So what are you on about, babes? Tell me. And Z still got his tan as well, he reckons. Oh, the wife's not got her tan. Oh, no, Z, she's screwing. She's screwing that she ain't got a tan. She's missing the sun too much. I told you, you love it, you love it. I'm organizing it, mate. Works for Saudi Prince. We'll go up in our Saudi outfits. That's not a foul. I think that, I don't know who's, I think Griezmann's gave a free kick away there. I don't know who's got it. Come on, here we go. 62. We've got to get some chances in this game. There's not been some chances at all. He's got nothing to get us buzzing. It's a good job that the chat is good tonight. Oh, it could be in here. Mbappe. Oh, goalkeeper's very, very smart. Great position. Great position. The goalkeeper knows that Mbappe is just always going to play on the shoulder. So he knows. Chris is saying, obviously, to the missus, Mrs. Fran, you live in Merry England. Why do you want a tan? Listen, Chris, you know, women love a tan. And my wife is obsessed with the sun. She just makes you feel good, don't it? That sun makes you feel good. Even when you see the sun, it makes you feel good. Ooh, good defending in the end from Pavard. Oh, it looks like they put themselves in a bit of trouble. Oh, great play to get out of that. They've got on the back of Pogba. Oh, he's just going to bring him down. He's carrying on. This is where France. This is the only way France for me going to score on the break. Oh, he's at the bar. They've hit the bar. They've hit the bar. It's the only way they're going to score. Get him on the break. It's exactly what's happened. .63 on the clock. He's hit the bar. Wow. There you go, Fran. You're punching me. Hey, listen. Yeah. Yeah. Don't big her up too much in there. She's listening. Here we go. Oh, he's in. He's in. He's in. He's in. Oh, he's put it in the bottom corner. Spain 1-0. Yes, get in. I don't want France to win, people. I do not want France to win. Spain and France have just hit the bar. It's good at a good timing, actually. France have just hit the bar. Wow. Wow. Looking at the replay now. So they come out. Busquets got all the time in the world. Great movement. Goes in to then going behind. I don't think it's Kimpembe. No, it's not Kimpembe. It's the other one. He's got a little bit of luck. And he's drilled it across. It's a great finish. He gets a little bit of luck here. That second touch. It's a great finish. It's that man that we spoke about. In the chat, we spoke about him. Ayadabal. It's a great finish. It's a great finish. Great finish. Great finish. But just as, let's change the score. Here we are. Just as they've hit the bar, they've gone down the other end. 3 goals in 6 matches. Ayadabal, it's a great goal. Now you're going to see a different one. You know, France may try and come out on the back foot. Sway, like you said, it's that guy, man. It's that guy. And I'm glad I've got the pronunciation right because Salman's wife was saying Ayadabal. They need to step up now. What? Imagine, because why do teams always concede straight away? It's a psychological thing. Mbappe, Benzema, edge of the box. We'll go for the far net. Oh, my God, Benzema. Oh, my God. Benzema has just put it top bins. Top bins, people. Wow. We were waiting all that time for a goal, right? And then that just happens. Wow. He's not had a touch in the game. He's not had a touch. Gets it. You're thinking, you know what? You don't mind having a shot from there. Have a shot from there. He's cut inside and he's whipped it in the far. I don't know if it's top corner. He's whipped it. Oh, mate. Oh, it's in the top corner. The keeper's nearly saved it as well. It's world class. It's world class, people. It's absolute world class. Wow. What a finish. We were buzzing. We were absolutely buzzing. And now Benzema's just done that. You can't take it away from him, though, people. What a finish. What a finish. S-Benz. He's got the S-Benz, mate. It's the S-Class. He's come up with the best Merc. That is my best Merc as well. S-Class. Oh, Mbappe's in. He's in. He's in. Surely he's going to clip the goalkeeper. He's missed. Is he offside? He's looking for the flag. Is he offside? Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. See what he's trying, but he's got it all wrong. All wrong. I'd expect better than you expect him to finish that. Imagine that. The game, by the way, in football, crazy. The game, by the way, no one could break each other down. They go and score, Spain, great finish, and you're thinking, right, perfect time to score. As soon as Hernandez hits the bar, goal line technology. Well, it's nowhere near goal line technology. Of course not, it's no goal. We all knew that because the way the ball span, it bounced forward. Miles away in front of the... Ooh. Don't know what the ref's done there. We're going for it. I think we're talking about, Benzema for the tune. Another one ready. Nah, you don't need a Benzema. You need the next gen of players. Benzema's only got probably 2 seasons left. Newcastle will ask Wenger to manage them, not Wenger. Who do you fancy? Do you want Jose? No, you don't want Jose. You don't want Jose to come in. Jose's not a man to come in and build. Conte's made it pretty well. Griezmann, oh, corner. Was that not a corner? No, Aspilicuetas gave a... Oh, he's walking away like it's not a corner. I thought it was a corner. Yeah, corner. Conte's made it clear that he wants to come in with the cash. I'll build this for you, job done. So for me, Conte's the one. I'd be getting Conte in. Corner, Griezmann. France are now going to be on the front foot into Pogba. Pogba heads it down. And Spain are on. Spain are off. Ayadabal. He's got some pace, this kid. Puts it into Gavi. Oh. Good player. What a great young talent he is. Great to watch young kids, you know. It could get him behind here. Pino, as we know, another great young talent. Oh, he's gone around the corner, but it's on the wrong side of Alonso. Now Mbappe is meep, absolutely second gear, third gear. He's left one. He's cut inside. He's going to try and do a step over again. He's got 4. He's faced with 4 Spanish players. He's still got the ball ricocheted out to him. He's now faced with 5 Spanish players. He's had to come all the way back. Conte not a fan. Yeah, you need Conte, mate. He'll come in. He'll get the right players that you need. He'll take no nonsense. People won't be able to come just for a free ride to collect the paycheck. And he'll get you winning straight away. You don't want Jose, mate. He'll ruin the start of that. Last week we were with wait there. Oh, decent ball in. That's a decent ball in. Last week we were happy with ex-Sheffield Wednesday manager. What a difference a week makes. It was crazy, innit? It's crazy. Newcastle fans. Benzema is challenging prime Zidane vibes. Benzema's outrageous, but obviously Zidane's a different player. Zidane was a way better player than Benzema. Benzema is just he's a great centre forward. Zidane was just Zinedine Zidane. Oh, Benzema's in. He could have another. Oh, he's gone from Mbappe. He's got it wrong. That's the only thing with Mbappe when people talk about him. You know, world class strikers. They don't scuff them. They don't scuff them. You know? They don't scuff them. My mother is from San Sebastian, Spain, and her friend is Ayadabal's auntie. This sounds faked, but I'm telling you, nah, listen, it ain't fake. Why is that fake? We've got no reason not to think that's not real, mate. No reason. No reason at all to not know that that's what, you know. We don't judge in here, mate. We don't judge in here, Luke. Like you say, we've had a few stories where people know famous people and that. I mean, you've got me. I always speak about my encounters with famous people when asked. Joe Linton would have to put that. Listen, Joe Linton, his time is over. Get him out of that club. I'm not even a Newcastle fan, and he does my head in. Drive from the edge of the box, corner to Spain. 72. I can see France nicking it. I can just see France nicking it. I said don't bet against them. Spain are the better team, but I can just see it. On the break. I think Callum Wilson will stay around. I think St. Maximum, he's top draw. I think he'll stay around. Benzema or David Villa? Oh, ways. Benzema or David Villa. They're two different players again, aren't they? For me, I only see Benzema as someone who scores goals in and around the box. Don't really see him as much else. Whereas David Villa had a little bit more. But if I had to pick one, because I need a goal, I'm going for Benzema. Listen, St. Maximum is not going to want to be leaving Newcastle now. I can tell you that now, people. He is not going to be wanting leaving Newcastle now. That is for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, you see, like Haaland puts them away, didn't he? But still, I'm still not massively convinced of Haaland yet. I've never been convinced of Haaland and Mbappe the way the media and all this hype is around them. I just haven't. Best youngsters in the Premier League: Foden, Sancho, Greenwood, or Mount. Foden, I'm going to go for what I'm going to go for. Depending on, it's hard because of the positions. So I'm going to go on my choice, what I like. Foden's first, Greenwood's second, Sancho's third, and Mount is fourth for the way that I would play my players. I think Sancho's got a lot to prove. Mount is ahead of him at the moment with what he's done. But I think, you know, that order, that's me. Koke's coming on for Spain with 15 minutes to go. Yes, St. Maximum, Almiron, Wilson, Willock, Baravka, the rest can go. Yeah, I think they will keep that. You got a good point. I think they'll keep Willock for now. I think he'll have a chance of building better players around him. I think they'll keep him. But the others might as well go, mate. The others are shocking. They're not good enough to prove that they're not good enough. Ayadaba is going to get in behind again. That Varane substitute isn't really custom. That Upamecano's he's all over the place, to be honest. People rave about him, but that's twice now he's looked poor. He's looked shaky. Oh, Busquets, look at Busquets. He's thinking, why is that not a foul? He's been pulled ragged all over, and he can't run, Busquets. He's not going to get back in. He's looking at the ref like, well, why are you not giving me a free kick? People are around my waist. He can't believe it. I don't think it was a free kick, to be honest. Oh, nice little triangle. Pogba breaks the line. Looked like he was offside. Going to drill it across. Oof. That's what France have and Spain don't. Pogba's gone for something wild. The pace. If this goes to penalties, I feel Spain have a solid chance of winning. Their goalkeeper is promising. Yeah, technically as well. Loving the from penalties. Z, we're going to get them praying 5 times a day. Laugh out loud. The next week, Saudis are here. Hey, listen. Works for a lot of people in this world. Hey, friend, another week, another L for the NFL team. Geez, we are Burnley of the NFL. Ain't looking good for your team, mate. I could tell you that. I've over the years, I've like kind of, great first touch. Pino keeps going. Oh, he should have laid it in. It's a bad decision. That's his inexperience. Ayadaba was in, but he's done a good choice in the end. Yeah, he should have just slipped him in. Yeah, so originally when I first started NFL, 30 years ago, was New York Jets. Love New York Jets. Then I went to Miami Dolphins because I like the color. And then I went to Los Angeles, obviously Raiders. I got the Raiders jacket, etc. But obviously Raiders moved, Oakland and Las Vegas. So I would probably say now I'd take more interest in the Jets. Obviously lost earlier, 27, I think 2027. And I still like the Raiders. I'm not going to lie. I still like the Raiders. Don't mind the Giants either. Even though I like Jets, I don't mind the Giants either. But I think the Jets is because it was the first ones I liked as a kid. But I've just started to watch it a little bit more. So it is something that I will watch a lot more. I want to go to Spurs today, to be honest. Luke's a Chiefs fan. He's Chiefs, yeah? Oh, Pino's edge of the box. He's absolutely twisted too. Free. Oh, no, he couldn't get his shot off. Pogba's played well this game. What I like about Pogba this game, and you know I'm not his biggest fan, he's shown the other side of it, the willingness to do the graft, the horrible work. That's what he's shown today. Mbappe's giving me Walcott vibes. It's, speedboat, no driver, they say. He does have those vibes. He's got a little bit more, but he does have those vibes, doesn't he? Where it's just everyone's raving about speed. Right, Fran, 12:20 in Dubai here. Bedtime for me now, Pay. Good to see you, Smile. See you soon, bro. Yeah, good to see you, mate. I'm glad you're well. I'm glad everything is going good. Let me know when you're back in the UK. So all the Geordies putting tea towels on their heads and drinking in Sunderland minibus trips, etc. Can you imagine? I've got a couple of those things actually. What the Saudis here, because obviously in Dubai I got a lot of Arabs. So Redskins. You've been Redskins for life. I was telling a story to my wife the other day. I remember playing on the schoolyard and I got what jacket was it? I got a Raiders jacket in year 10. I got a Raiders jacket. It was a bomber jacket, Raiders, a proper one, sick one. And my mate got the same coat. I think we paid about 80 quid from them back then, year 10. So what I mean, I'm talking year 10 was 95. And he got a Washington Redskins one. I was telling my wife this story the other day. So we're playing, and on our schoolyard, there was, the old wide fence. And one of the wide fence was broken, and it was showing out. The metal part was showing out. So I pushed him into the fence while we're playing football. He's ripped his brand new coat. We've got the same coat. Oh, Mbappe's in one-on-one. And he scores. Goes around the goal. Oh, he's offside. Offside? No, they're celebrating like it's offside, but he's celebrating like he's won. No, it's a goal. Mbappe, and he scores that one, people, rounds the goalkeeper. Enrique can't believe it. Did say France. I said France would nick it. Anyway, and my mate ripped his coat, and we had a massive fight. Year 10. Massive fight. He scored. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see what they're saying. They're not happy at all. Is he onside? He's offside. He's offside. He's offside, isn't he? Unless it's someone that doesn't even need to step over, does he? But he's bagged it. He's offside. He's celebrating, but that's offside. Surely, people. Ruby says hi. What's happening, Ruby? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good weekend with Chris. Mighty Cash would be a great signing for Newcastle. Goal check. He's got to be offside. He's not offside. Hey? Wow. Did he look offside to you there, people? Wow. I always said France, they've got that break on them. Don't think they're the better team at all. I think Spain are the better team. People would argue, but with that pace in behind, they're always going to be a threat. Always going to be a threat. Always. Mbappe scores, missed a sitter, missed 2 sitters, and scores. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. But as you can see by my enthusiasm, I thought that he was offside there. Who's keeping him onside then? Who's keeping him onside? Because he's offside there. Mate, listen, people in the chat, am I seeing things? Am I seeing things, or is he offside? And he went to VAR. I wonder why they've not shown you the VAR again. Because he would... Well, anyway, listen. The goal stands. Nothing anyone can do about it. The goal stands. And we said you can't bet against France. I think Spain are the better team. But when you've got Mbappe and Benzema up top, you're always going to be a threat. You always... The best teams always have a goal scorer. Edge of the box. Oh, my God. Has he kicked it against himself? Oh, I thought he kicked it against himself. The more I watch Mbappe, the less I get excited about him, if you know what I mean. Like the Belgian game, he was on one. He was on one in the Belgian game. But the more that I watch him, the hypermonitor goes lower for me. I don't know about because I'm concentrating on the things that he's not good at, but he's very, very good. But playing for PSG and then playing for France, I don't think it's hard to be a good player. You know, maybe I'm being a little bit biased. I'm not sure. I'm expecting more, but the more I watch him, the less I get less and less impressed. I had a Redskin cap as a kid, 93, and the logo stuck for 20 plus years. Eventually, I started watching in 2015 and attended the game in 2016 at Wembley. That logo is the reason I became a logo designer. Nasty logo designer. Nice. Might need you in the future. Rudy said sarcastically, fantastic. Walk 10 miles with a bad toe. Hey, listen, energy's good. Outside's good nature. Spain could be in. Oh, bad touch. 85 on the clock. Bad touch. Yeah, it's not good to probably walk on a toe, though. Macron has bribed someone at VAR. Listen, I didn't think you could rig VAR. How do you rig VAR? Is that why they're not showing it? Wait there, let's have a look. So Craig is saying the Nations League is a shambles. That goal stands because the lights turn off at 10. I'm just not sure why it was given. Mbappe is a moments player. Haaland is a regular involved player. Yeah, good point. He's a moments player, isn't he? Even though I think he's missed two sitters today, really, from his point of view. Everything's going France's way now. Everything's going France's way. Mbappe has a very limited skill set. No free kicks or long distance shooting. Just running behind and tap-ins. That's what I see. I just see a running behind guy. It's weird. A lot of hype behind him. A lot of hype. Like when we talk about Neymar and players like that, he ain't no Neymar. Yeah, he probably gets more thingy because is he a nice kid? You know, I'm not too sure. You know how the world works. If you're a nice kid, things work out for you. I just want to see this goal again. Of course, look at the Arsenal goals disallowed when there was no reason to disallow them. Yeah, true. But offside is offside. I get some of the offsides where someone's in the way of the keeper. Like those ones that someone's in the way of the keeper, is in their line of sight. But when it's blatantly like that, one is running off the back of a defender. I thought that was just an obvious offside. Spain don't deserve to be losing this, to be honest. I think they've been the better team. Listen, the press from France is great. They're very, very good at pressing. That's one thing I'm going to say. Very good at pressing. Upamecano I'm not having him, by the way. I mean, he's looked very different when I've seen him play at club level. But he looks shaky. He looks shaky. That's way to say. He's like a young Oxlade-Chamberlain who scores goals. Remember, Oxlade-Chamberlain was a player when he was younger. He was a player. VAR can be manipulated, can't it? You've got people in there. It's like anything where there's money, anything where there's a chance to manipulate it, you can manipulate it. I don't know if it was Curb Glass or someone in the chat was on about bad stories on Netflix the other day. So it popped up. So I had a look at it and I watched the NBA one and I knew it was coming because listen, when I was playing, we got approached to do the same kind of thing. Oh, what a ball. Alonso. Oh, he can't get his foot around it. So I know it happened. So I knew what was coming in that documentary, but it was crazy how you could fix a basketball match so easily. It was crazy. So I get it. There's manipulating and politics and cheating everywhere. That's for sure. But I just thought, why they're not showing it? Because they're in. What a save! What a save! Lloris has just kept a minute. 87 minutes. That's the chance. That was Spain's chance, I think. Yeah, Curb Glass, it was you. Yeah, I watched it the other day. I've only watched the one, so I will watch the others. I remember watching, what did I watch when I was in Dubai? Because I used to watch a lot at night in Dubai, especially when the family was still in the UK. Was it Summit Chance, Second Chance, RU Chance or something like that? The American footballers and basketball kids in university. Go on, Pogba then. Pogba's going for a run, mate. Just going to come back inside. Benzema will come back inside. Mbappe, straight at the goalkeeper. Now he's got to run back. First time I've seen him run back. Gambling in cricket, same as football. You can't believe any results. Yeah, big time. Especially these leagues where, oh, wow. Mbappe's just blatantly kicked Pino. Especially in these leagues where there's not a lot going, not a lot watching. Do you know what I mean? I knew a friend. He wasn't a friend. I knew someone who used to bet all the time because I don't bet. They might say, "What? You trade? Trading's not betting. If you have a strategy, it's just a probabilities skill. It's not betting or gambling, should I say?" And that's what he would do. He was very, very successful. He was wealthy. And he would literally just bet on Australian football in the morning. Not Australian rules, still soccer, but Australian soccer, Australian football. And that's all he would bet on. 2 teams to score, 1 team to score. And he made fortunes from betting. Still does it now, I think. He's got like a platform where loads of people do it with him. Evening, Tone. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that, Pino. He's just stronger than you. He's just stronger than you. If Spain lose to that goal, I'm going to whack my French friend at school tomorrow. I won't be doing that. Tony, hope you want to put evening, Fran, and everyone. Hope you are all good every weekend. Justin from work. Was it a good game to watch? It wasn't great, Tone, I've got to be honest. Working on a Sunday night or Sunday day. Fair play. I'm not. Let's put it this way. It wasn't a great game. I really need to see Mbappe's goal again because I thought it was just offside. I'm sure that's why we've not seen the VAR check. Because to me, it just looked blatantly offside. And it's not been great. Spain have been the better footballing team, but France have been more effective. And at the end of the day, football is who's more effective. That's football at the end of the day, whether you like that way of playing or not. Trust me, Fran, there's no difference. I do both. I believe you. Yeah, I believe you, mate. I always try and come away from, obviously, the trading as gambling, because gambling, for example, is where you're not. How can I put it? It's very rare. There's a definition of why trading's not gambling. I don't know if it's in this book. If you want to trade in, this is probably the best book you'll ever read. Trading in the Zone, psychological book. And there's a definition of why it's not gambling. So if you have a strategy, for example, suppose you have a strategy at gambling as well. So I don't know. There's a definition. I can't remember what it was. And there's a very, very distinctive definition of why trading with a strategy, obviously, probability trading, market sentiment, all those kind of things, is very different from trading on a sport, gambling on a sport or putting a bet. I can't remember the definition. I'll have to get it up and I'll let you know what the definition is. From what do you think is the most important position in football right now? The most important position? That's very hard. That's very hard. The most important position is hard because each position has an importance. You would say a central defender, a striker, or a goalkeeper. Probably the goalkeeper. Without no goalkeeper, you're not winning anything. So goalkeeper is the most important position on the pitch. The hardest position on the pitch is centre forward. So they get paid the most. The hardest position is putting the ball in the back of net. It's the hardest thing to do on a football pitch. Everything else is quite easy. Everything else is quite easy, but to put the ball in the back of the net is the hardest skill on a pitch. Books, ooh, the endless. I've been calming down on the books for you, Chris. Chris don't like books. I think he's read too many. Corner. Will they nick it? Someone said penalties earlier. I can't remember who it was. I think it was S. Wade. He was saying it was going to go penalties. What do you think of this tournament, by the way? Because people have taken it seriously, but it's just another tournament. I was never fooled with this Super League, the UEFA. They did it for money. Oh, what a save! The goalkeeper. Oh, Lloris has had 2 saves. When we're talking about most important positions on the pitch, there you go. Lloris has had 2 saves. Both of them were guaranteed goals. You don't save them, they lose the game. You think it's a joke, Luke? I don't get it. Like, they were moaning about the Super League. They use the fans emotional. They use their fans' emotional side of it to trick fans to protest about the league, because not telling them the fact of the matter is they didn't want the Super League because it was just going to take power from them, and the fans fell for it. And then they go and bring a Nations League out, give them more games, and then they change the prize money to more money and all these kind of things. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's corruption at its best. Great header. Oh, they're defending for their lives. I'm going to clip it in, back stick. Goalkeeper's still up, by the way. Oh, it's gone out. That's it. It's over. That's it. They've lost. I don't think they deserve to lose. I think it's fullbacks. If you get if you get those, if you get ones that can attack and be productive, you'll always compete at the highest level. I get it. I get fullbacks are very important, but they're not the most important, because you can get fullbacks who don't go forward and just defend. But goalkeeper, center half, and a striker, without them, you're finished. Albius put, Fran, if the rest of the positions are easy, then why is Xhaka awful? Restless, unknown position. He's Sunday League player. Because he's just not a good footballer. But they are easy positions to play. All Xhaka needs to do, realistically, all Xhaka would need to do for me to be a better player would be more comfortable on the ball, and people would forget about how bad he is on the ball. That's all he has to do. But maybe he's just not good enough at that. I think it's good tournament, so much better than the mindless friendlies. Yeah, they did bring it because of the friendlies. I get that. France win. France win, people. Mbappe. Not convinced. Still not convinced. Nation Leagues is just another way for the Ever to make money, I think. 100%. Not convinced. Wasn't a great game. Spain, best footballing team. It did die down. I think France became better. They override them. They were more athletic. They were more in your face. And when you've got Benzema and you've got Mbappe getting in behind, you're always going to have that. But Spain are by far the best footballing team in world football, in my opinion. They're just missing that a striker. They're just missing that very fast striker. They're missing. They remind me of Man City. Spain remind me of Man City. Pop, 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 and they just don't have that striker. I'm off to the grill with the fam. I'm tired of this corruption in sport. Awful, disgusting. Don't let it affect you, mate. You enjoy that special time with the family, I can tell you that. Xhaka needs to be rugby league. He's always tackling. Yeah, he sure is. Okay, I'm going to sleep so I can get ready for Whack My French Friend tomorrow. Good night, lads. Welcome, Luke. Really do appreciate it. Right then, people. Love you as always. Really do. It's a Sunday evening. I'm going to get a green mind up tomorrow. And we're going to see you all tomorrow and the Daily Vibe around about 4 o'clock probably. And we will take it from there. Again, thank you for tuning in. Very good game of football. Not as good as the semi-finals. And France nick it 2-1 with Mbappe and Benzema with a world-class finish. So, as always, love you and leave you, people. And enjoy the rest of the night. And I will see you tomorrow.